So we just got massive updates about SKIRK'S potential playstyle, and it looks like she won't function like any cryo character we've seen before. With version 5.5 introducing two brand new artifact sets, one of them stands out as a strong hint toward how SKIRK'S mechanics might work. The way the set is structured suggests a unique combat flow, something that could completely change the way we think about cryo DPS characters. But here's the interesting part. SKIRK is heavily rumored to be coming in version 5.7, so why is this artifact set releasing in 5.5? There's actually a very logical reason behind this, and it makes perfect sense when you think about it. Let's break everything down. The first artifact set, Finale of the Deep Galleries, starts off simple enough with a straightforward 2-piece bonus that boosts cryo damage. But the real game changer is the 4-piece effect, which introduces a completely new dynamic. Instead of just giving a flat damage boost, it creates a cycle between normal attacks and elemental bursts. When the character has no energy, their normal attack damage increases significantly, but once they start attacking, their elemental burst damage boost is temporarily locked out. On the other hand, after using an elemental burst, the normal attack buff disappears for a short period. If this set is truly designed for SKIRK, it strongly indicates that she might have a dual-phase combat style. She could spend bursts of time unleashing devastating normal attacks before transitioning into a state where her burst is the key source of damage. This would make her gameplay feel much more rhythmic, requiring players to manage their attacks carefully instead of just spamming abilities. If SKIRK is expected to release in version 5.7, why is this artifact set coming in 5.5? We've seen Hoyoverse introduce artifact sets slightly ahead of a character's debut before. For example, Clarendis' best set was released in version 4.6, while she herself arrived in 4.7. You could argue that this is also Arlecchino's best set, and that's why it was released in 4.6, but still, it doesn't seem like any new cryo main DPS will come before SKIRK. So it is very likely that this set was made for her. This strategy gives players time to farm the set in advance, ensuring that when the character finally arrives, they can use their optimal build immediately. It also helps balance the artifact pool by introducing sets gradually instead of dropping too many at once. But the other possibility, that this set might also be viable for another upcoming cryo character before SKIRK, is still there. Maybe I'm just overlooking something. Let me know in the comments. While SKIRK seems like the primary candidate for this artifact set, Hoyoverse might be testing its mechanics with an earlier cryo unit, which would also make the set feel immediately relevant rather than just sitting unused until 5.7. This wouldn't be the first time they've done something like this, so it's definitely a strong possibility. There's also the possibility that SKIRK will be introduced in the story much earlier than her banner, meaning that we might get more hints about her kit and playstyle in 5.5's main questline. If she plays a major role in the upcoming Archon quest, it would make sense for her intended artifact set to debut alongside her story involvement. This would subtly build up hype for her eventual release, while also making the artifact set feel like a natural addition to the update. Now, onto the second artifact set, which seems tailor-made for Verisa. As an Electro 5-star Catalyst user, Verisa's kit revolves around powerful plunging attacks, and Long Night's Oath enhances that playstyle perfectly. The 2-piece bonus is already great, granting a direct boost to plunging attack damage, but the 4-piece effect is where things get really exciting. Every time the character performs a plunging attack, a charged attack, or uses their elemental skill, they gain a stacking buff that further amplifies their plunging attack power. These buffs keep stacking up, meaning that the longer Verisa stays on the field, the more devastating her damage output becomes. What makes this set so effective for her is how well it synergizes with her kit. Verisa has multiple ways to extend her airtime and reset her plunging attack opportunities, allowing her to take full advantage of these stacking buffs. This setup makes her a serious contender for one of the hardest-hitting plunging attack characters in the game, possibly even rivaling or surpassing Xiao in certain team comps. The introduction of this artifact set alongside Verisa's release is a strong indicator that this will be her best-in-slot option. If you plan on pulling for her, you'll definitely want to start farming this set as soon as possible to maximize her damage potential. These two artifact sets not only give us insights into Skirk and Varisa's ideal builds, but also hint at how Hoyoverse is pushing for new playstyles and upcoming updates. Rather than sticking to conventional damage cycles, these sets reward players who can effectively switch between different attack modes or maintain specific combat rhythms. But that's not the only major thing coming in version 5.5. We're also getting a major map expansion, and this one looks like it's going to change how we explore the game. Recent leaks have revealed that a new volcanic area is being added to the existing world, bringing some really unique mechanics and environmental changes that we haven't seen before. At the center of this expansion is a massive active volcano, which isn't just there for visual effect. If you take a look at the leaked map, you can actually see lava inside the crater, and reports suggest that the volcano will have dynamic elements, such as eruptions that periodically shake the area, change the sky color to an ominous orange, and even launch fireballs that could hit players in the open world. This makes it one of the most interactive environments we've had in a long time, possibly even adding new hazards that players will have to navigate around while exploring. Another major addition is the fact that this map extension will introduce a secondary map with multiple layers, much like the Chasm or Enkonomia. This means exploration won't be limited to just the surface of the volcanic zone. There could be hidden caves, underground tunnels, or even entire structures buried beneath the rocky terrain. This would add a whole new depth to exploration, making it feel like a true adventure rather than just another open area. What makes this expansion even more exciting is how it finally brings some fiery spice into Natlan. Until now, Natlan wasn't really a fiery nation with destroyed environment as we expected at first, but finally, the Nation of War gets some name-fitting extensions like a massive dangerous volcano. In my opinion, that was still missing from Natlan. This volcanic expansion will likely be tied to Natlan's lore, possibly introducing a deeper insight to the Pyro Archon's past. Also remember, Varisa and Ian San can run over lava. This may also be important for the future quests taking place at this new area. So, with all these new details, the big question is, what kind of content will this volcanic expansion bring? Will there be new environmental interactions like heat damage or lava-based puzzles? There's still a lot we don't know, but one thing is clear, version 5.5 is shaping up to be a major update with a lot of surprises. What do you think about these new sets and the map extension? Are you excited for SKIRK'S potential shift-based combat style? Or are you more interested in Varisa's plunging attack-focused gameplay? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.